meetings of deepest bloom. Sometimes weary and bowels blue. By waters the overtravel the sea. Still it is his hand that leadeth me. He leadeth me by his own hand. He leadeth me. He's faithful forever. For by his hand he leadeth me.
The community. The community is based in the east of Kinshasa. In many ways, well, apparently this is the poorest area in Julius. With the lack of any good roads. So it will take us a good 40 minutes to drive there. You can see through the film the condition of the roads. Very difficult for people to get around. Nothing else.
We are a group of disabled persons, victims of disaster. In April 24, 1998, our residential center, based at Limete Township on Quarter Ngandu, met an overflowing number of incoming victims. So the ancient governor of Kinshasa, Mr. Théophile Mbemba, charged himself to move us momentarily to this place. During this time, 57 persons lost their lives, namely 17 valid persons, 6 valid engaged women, and more than 34 children, actually 12 years ago. Once we went to file our complaint to the government. We wrote him a letter. We said that once he took care of us, but now we were abandoned. We applied for a residence also to help us for installment to quit this actual situation. Today, the government has answered to our request. He has given us the portion of land at Kimbanseke Township on Quarter Beaumont. That land has no construction. That's why we beg for generous people to come to our help to build for us on that empty land. Since 1998, we are composed of 11 different tribes, now including people rescaped from war, resorted of Eastern Congo, from Province Orientale, Equateur, Maniema, and Northern Kivu. These are also disabled persons. They came now to join us, sent by the government, because they have no place to dwell. This is the reason why we cry for help to generous people to help us to build on that land. The situation for persons with invalidity is very difficult. We live by begging for money to generous persons. Other people poke fun of us when we beg. Our wives have to wait till later 23 hours to sleep. We have no job. We are really suffering in our own country. Nobody can provide us money or fund for commerce.
I am a poor woman whose child died during the time we were here. It was my only child. I have no family member, no relatives. All I have is this group of disabled persons. That's all I would say. I lost my husband. I was sleeping in Senegali stores downtown. I preferred to join this group of disabled persons living in the center. But the problem is, if I do not go for mendicity, I will sleep hungry, so I have to beg. Nobody to give me money, even to do the commerce. Life is very dull for me.
You see, as we are here, what disturbs us too much is the condition of these constructions by mats. We are not protected from disease because the dust can anytime come through the mats. These mat constructions can dwell till 5 years, so the wind can bring many diseases. Namely, tuberculosis. Most of these persons died by tuberculosis. In addition, there's nobody to pay attention to our condition, for other people suffer from asthma also. Our preoccupation is that the children we bear are not living with invalidity. We deserve care. They can be useful for our country a day, perhaps when we'll die. And other diseases that disturb us here are typhoid, malaria, and diarrhea. Presently, this little boy near me suffered hard from trouble of malaria. So, we call on partners to help us to get out of this suffering. For we have already our land. Now, we need their help to build. For if they build a house for me, even if it happens that I die a day, my family will stay poor without money, but will not miss a place to dwell. Since we live here, whenever your neighbor is being killed instead, you have no other place for refuge. People come to find refuge here, even though there is trouble and suffering. Nobody can find help outside. In our case, since we escaped from war,